So once you're in your comfortable seat, and remember there's no right or wrong here, support yourself in a way that allows you to turn to the light, the stillness, and the wisdom that lives within you. Relax your bones into your seat. Feel yourself as if you could sink down into the support that holds you. Release the bones, the muscles, the flesh of your buttocks towards the earth, your inner thighs, your outer hips and thighs. Breathing full, easeful breaths. Release the length of the lower legs, your ankles, the incredibly complexity of your feet and each toe. Feel that you are held in stillness. From this place of stillness, lift so gently from the floor of your pelvis up through the navel center, right up through the central column of your body, behind the spiritual heart, through your throat, and gently through the crown of your head. Feel how you are connected between the sky above you and the earth beneath you. Now, lovingly attend to your own breath. Breathe from the earth up through your abdomen, into your lungs, up, 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 up to the crown of your head, and then follow your breath back down. Now, of course, I know what anatomically literally happens and physiologically happens when we breathe, but use your imagination to bring you into presence. Inhale, the abdomen swells, and then the breath continues up, pouring into bottom lungs, middle lungs, up to the top of your lungs, up, up, up. Hold your breath in for a moment. Okay, this is spirit nourishing you. And now let go of negativity, stress, and worry. Just let it go with your breath down into the earth. Follow this stream of breath in, up through the sacred channel of your body. Hold this divine presence in the breath. And then again, let go of worry, fear, resentment. Follow your breath again. Keep tuning back in to the sensation of breath, because the mind will want to think this. And remember, the mind is just limitation. Instead, be right in this moment where potentiality is unlimited. One more like this. If you'd like to join me as you continue this breath practice, bring your hands to the center of your heart. And you might join me in setting intent that this practice be not only for the uplifting of ourselves, that cultivating relationship with the high part of ourselves, but that also the benefits of this practice extend to all of humanity. If you'd like, bow your head to your heart and release your hands to your lap. You can open your eyes and just gently bring your gaze back into the room. It's so nice to practice with you. So glad for this time. So start today on your hands and knees. And we'll begin with a gentle circle of your hips. So just move your hips right, left, center, and again. So just now, if you'll coordinate your breath with this, inhale as you circle around, exhale. Begin to also note how there's a certain amount of cat-cow shape here. The softening at the base of the heart, the uplifting of your tail, and then the rounding in. Come to stillness and then reverse or go to the other side. Gentle Ujjayi breath, if that's in your practice. So the Ujjayi practice is that gentle toning quality at the base of your throat. It creates this oceanic sound that helps soothe the nervous system and gives your mind something to attend to. All right, come back to center. Now, walk your hands towards your knees, curl your toes under. If it causes you great pain to curl your toes under and sit on your heels, not to worry. You could bring your hands in front of you with the toes curled under, just so you get a little stretch to the sole of your foot. Breathe in and out. And now keeping your toes under, unless that just makes you feel like you're going to throw up, come to kneeling and just make circles with your wrists, spread your fingers, just getting energy and movement, vitality into all these joints. Keep breathing. And while we're here, make a big circle, lifting your elbows of your shoulders. Inhale, shoulders towards ears. Exhale, draw the heads of the shoulders and elbows back, and then release, slide your shoulder blades down your back. Release tension in your neck and your jaw. That's it. And on this final one, reach your hands out at your sides. Stretch through your fingertips, widen your fingertips. Reach down as if your tail could plug into the ground, and from the floor of your pelvis up to the crown of your head, lift up. Now stretch from the center of you, the center of your heart out. The inner shoulder blades will draw gently in towards your spine and the heart uplifts. Head stays level. Finally, clasp your hands behind your back. Bend your elbows, draw the shoulders back and the elbows back. Knuckles press. It's as if you could press your tail downward a bit. Now lift your chest, and if you feel comfortable, straighten your arms, wrapping the flesh and muscle back in your shoulders. If it feels safe for you, you can release your chin towards your collarbones. Breathe your breath and attention into your lungs, filling right up to the very tops of the lungs, way up underneath your collarbones, and then release your breath. Place the tops of your feet on the ground and have a seat on your heels. Please use a block if you need support, and then release your right ear to your right shoulder. Anytime I'm facing you, I'll attempt to mirror you. Bring your chin down to your chest, and then left ear, left shoulder, mouth relaxed, chin to your chest, shoulders relaxed, right ear, right shoulder. And then just pause here, place your hand on the side of your head and use your hand to lift your head back up. Bring your hands together at your heart. If you're comfortable, bow chin to chest and recall again connection to the stillness within you. the quiet wisdom. All right, come back onto your hands and knees. I'm going to face you for this first moment. Now lift your right leg straight behind you. There's a slight uplift of your heart like cobra pose. Make your leg strong and straight and soften your frontal ribs back and in towards your back body. Now, taking your time, bring your right leg across to the left. You'll be on the ball mound of your foot. It's like you create a little kickstand on the floor. And then simply look over your left shoulder. Feel in your body. Breathe. Pull your chest bones away from your pelvic bones. And now come back up, lift your right leg again, swing your left shin to the left, stack your hips and lift your right arm to the sky. To the best of your ability, shoulders stacked, hips stacked. Extend out through the crown of your head and out through your lifted leg. Now take your right hand and right foot to meet. Listening for breath, draw the right shoulder gently back. Pull the right knee back a tiny bit, but keep extending through the thigh bone, through the knee, so that you stay long in your torso. And then kick your foot into your hand into your foot, and get any bit of back bend that feels safe for you. Breathe in and out. Simply lift your right arm, release your leg. Come back onto all threes, right leg still behind you. And then bring your right foot to the right pinky. Place your foot on the ground. So you'll be on your fingertips. Some of you will stay here. Some of you will come onto your forearms. Some of you will have forearms on blocks or a little stack of books beneath you. And if you like, keeping the right ankle active, the foot strong, you can come onto the pinky edge of your right foot. As you breathe, perhaps it feels nice to rock your hips side to side. Easy inhalation. Easy exhalation. Come to stillness. Come onto your hands if you're on your forearms. Place your foot flat on the floor. Bring it back in towards kind of where the right foot would normally be. Lift your back knee and frame your foot with your hands now. Shift your hips gently back. Squeeze very easily the right hip back and in towards the middle line of your body. As you press the creases of your hips back, root the right big toe ball mound into the earth and elongate through your sternum. Okay, bend your front knee. Take your first plank position. Now, I want to remind you that I often do, a good number of push-up type movements in my class. If you would like to skip those altogether, that is great. Please do. You can also always modify on your knees, all right? Okay, so here we go. With the heels lifted, bend your knees, pressing through your hands, reach your hips up and back, keeping your knees deeply bent. Elongate your spine, so isometrically push down and forward with your hands. Make your arms straight and strong. Now, keeping the knees deeply bent, press the creases of your hips up and back, as if there was somebody pulling your hips back. So create more and more space between the hip creases and the elbow creases. Now, simply straighten your right leg, keeping your left knee deeply bent. Press your hips up and back. Draw your pelvic floor and the navel center in and up. That'll help elongate your spine. Relax your neck. And now both knees bent deeply. Straighten your left leg. Reach the inner and outer heel strongly back and down. The neck long and relaxed. And now bend both knees again. Lower to your knees. Take a breath in and out. And we'll begin on the other side. Lift your left leg. Enjoy your breath. Bring your right foot off to the right and look over your right hip. Squeeze your hips, the right hip back and in towards the middle line. Come back to center. Lift your left leg. Turn your right shin to the right. Stack your hips and lift your left arm. Now, the column of your body, elongate it. So from your waistline, stretch down through your right leg, long through your left leg. And then from your waistline, stretch through the crown of your head, pulling your pelvis and your ribs apart. Bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand and hold your foot. Kick your foot into your hand into your foot. Keep elongating your trunk. Come back to center. Extend your left leg behind you, hands on the floor. And then bring your left foot to the outside of your left pinky. Come onto your fingertips. Soften. Keeping your ankle active, come onto the pinky edge of your foot if you like. And same, you can come onto your forearms if you like as well. Relax. If you'd like to shift your hips side to side, do. We will have plenty of time to move and work hard. Right now, stay in the ease of this moment. Come back to stillness. Place your hands on the ground. Walk your left foot back towards center. Frame your foot with your hands. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, and straighten both legs. Check in with yourself. Pull your sternum gently forward. Squeeze your hips gently back. Mouth relaxed. Now bend your knee and step back to plank position. Full breath in. On your exhale, hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, plank position. Exhale, lower to your knees and then onto your abdomen. Stretch your legs long and strong behind you and bring your hands down by your hips. Turn your pinkies upward, palms face your outer hips. Now, lift your chin, chest, shoulders, knees, shins, and feet. Shalabhasana. Feel the power and the energy move evenly through your body. So sometimes it can get stuffed up in the low back. Keep this sense, just like we did earlier, of elongating. The outer hips kind of compact towards the front body. The inner thighs reach skyward, strong and long, almost as if you could reach your buttocks back towards the wall behind you. Keep rolling the frontal shoulders towards the sky and pull your sternum forward. No need for tension in the back of your neck. And then slowly release. Take your arms straight out in front of you. Place your face on the floor. If that's uncomfortable for you, of course, you can fold your arms under your head. Relax and just take a moment. This is a gesture called a pranam. A pranam is a deep gesture of right-sized humility. That means you're not a piece of crap, but it means that you recognize that you're one soul among many, and that there is the highest source energy of which you are a part. You are a part of that, absolutely. It's also a gesture of gratitude. So take a moment and recall a blessing, a beauty in your life. Don't miss that. Breathe it into your heart. All right, slowly come up, hands by your chest. Curl your toes under. You can press into your knees or just come right up to plank position. And then take your hips back, downward facing dog.
Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, look towards the front of your mat and walk or hop forward. Inner feet parallel. Come up halfway and look forward. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, bend your knees and unroll or unfold at your hips if that feels safer for your back. Reach your arms out at your sides, just like we did in the beginning of practice. Straighten your legs and now reach up, up, up. Palms come together, hands at your heart. Now in this faster movement, may we recall the uplifting of ourselves and our fellows. All right, inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, legs firm and strong. Inhale, come up halfway. Step back with your left leg and then your right leg, plank position. Empty as you take chaturanga, shoulders no lower than elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Distribute the prana or the life force energy evenly through your body. Press forward and down with your hands. Reach up and back with your hips. On your next exhale, lift your heels and bend your knees. Take a walk or a hop to the front of your mat. Come up halfway, look forward. Exhale, fold in. Rise up, stretch your arms above your head. Exhale, hands through your heart, fold forward again. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step back with your right leg and then your left leg, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. You are practicing yoga when you are practicing uniting your breath and your awareness with that which is the highest. You are practicing yoga when you notice your breath and your movement, moment by moment. On your next exhale, lift your heels and bend your knees. Hop to the front of your mat. Come up halfway, look forward. Empty of story and breath. Rise up to standing. Stretch your arms up. Bring your hands through your heart center. Take a breath in here. Exhale, bring your hands up above your head. Take Utkatasana, chair pose. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, fold forward, lift the floor of your pelvis and low belly. Inhale, come up halfway. On your exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can step or jump back. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Press strongly through the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with your right foot. Turn your left heel to the ground. Virabhadrasana 1. One breath. Exhale, take Chaturanga. If I'm moving too fast, please take this at your own pace. Remember, you can modify on your knees. You can skip Chaturangas altogether. Exhale, downward facing dog or puppy dog. Step forward with your left foot. Turn your right heel to the ground. Virabhadrasana 1. Firm your back inner knee. Reach through your side bodies. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let your breath hold you. Fully inhale. Fully exhale. You are always welcome. Rest in child's pose. Fully breath in. Fully breath out. Release the outer world. Take one final cycle. Inhale. Exhale completely. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Take a walk or a hop to the front of your mat. Come up halfway. Breathe in. Empty and fold forward. Bend your knees. Utkatasana. Knees should point towards the second toe. I'd like to see that. And then push through your feet, stretch your arms above your head, hands through your heart. One more cycle of Surya Namaskar. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Fold forward, straighten your legs. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with your right foot, Virabhadrasana, one pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, left foot forward, Virabhadrasana, one pose. Empty, Chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Collect your breath. Fully breathing in and out. Neck long and relaxed. You are a container of the divine energy. Breathe it through your body and your awareness. On your exhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, take a walk or a hop to the front of your mat, come up halfway, look forward, fold in, rise up. Bring your hands together at your heart and please take a moment, breathe in and breathe out. Stretch your arms to the sky. As you exhale, fold forward. Come up halfway, look forward. And on your out breath, step back with your left leg, reach both arms to the sky. Firm your back leg. If you need to modify, the back knee can come to the earth. Bring your hands together at your heart, lift the floor of your pelvis and your low belly, and hook your left arm over your right thigh, hands together in prayer position. Now, as you breathe, firm the back inner leg, gently elongate the space between the right knee and the right hip by directing the right knee straight forward and squeezing the right outer hip back and in towards your middle line. Take one more breath. Come back through center. Stretch your arms back up to the sky. And then place your right hand on your right hip, left hand to the inside of your right foot. You're welcome to use a block here. Slowly straighten your right leg. Pull your sternum forward. Use your right hand to draw the right hip back. And then begin to rotate your chest to the right. Turn the left elbow, the eye of the elbow, towards the front of the room. And stretch your top arm to the sky. Push back through your back heel. Push isometrically down and forward through your front foot. Now pull your chest away from your hips. Push down, stretch up. All right, place both hands on the floor, bend your front knee. Step to the front of your mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step back with your right leg. Arms to the sky. Settle into the pose. Remember, we're directing the life force throughout the body with as much evenness as possible. The front leg kind of gets charged for free, right? You can feel that. Yeah, press into the sole of your front foot, elongate and strengthen your back leg. Lift up through your torso, stretch through your fingernails. Bring your hands to your heart, hook your right arm over your left thigh, hands together in prayer position. Keep lifting and strengthening the back knee. The left knee is over the left ankle. And now press your arms against your leg bone to receive more of a rotation around your spine. As you press your hands together, broaden your chest. Draw the fabric of the left shoulder back the left inner shoulder blade towards your spine. On your inhale, unwind, arms to the sky. And then place your right hand on the floor or a block, left hand at your hip. Straighten your left leg as you gently draw the left hip back and in towards the midline. Now, keep this and make sure that the left inner foot stays grounded. Elongate up through the crown of your head or forward, and now lift your left arm to the sky. Breathe. All right, place your hand down, step to the front of your mat. Walk your feet apart a little. Lift your right foot. Place your right palm face up underneath your right foot so that the toes come right onto the creases of the right wrist. And then do the same thing with your left foot. Bend your knees as much as you need so that your belly can rest on your thighs. And then hang your head down. Let gravity have her way with your spine. Relax deeply into your belly. Use your toes to massage the creases of your wrists. Slowly lift your toes and remove your hands. Bring your hands to your hips. Lift your elbows, shoulders, chin, and stand up. Step your feet together, hands to your heart. Recollect yourself. Breathe right here, right now. Hear the sounds happening around you. Release story. And now release your hands to your sides. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Come up halfway, look forward. Take chaturanga. Upward dog cobra. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, keeping your hips even. As you exhale, bring your right knee straight forward to the back of your right elbow. Stay here. Now lower your knee towards your right wrist. Knee to your elbow. Knee to your wrist. Knee to your elbow. Stretch back, three-legged dog. That's my favorite part. Shush. Now stack your right hip on top of your left hip. Bend your knee. Experiment with shoulders even. So lift your shoulder. Now, your left knee a bit and come onto your right forearm. You can press your left knee to straight again. Look under your left arm. Breathe. Reach with the sole of your right foot to the left. Come back up onto both hands. Bring your right hip even with your left hip and step forward with your right foot. Both arms to the sky. Listen for your breath. Push off your left leg and come to standing with your left knee lifted. You can place your left hand around your left knee. Take a moment and then switch hands. Right hand to your outer knee, left hand behind you. You can stay here, or you can bring your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Extend your left leg forward. Push down through your right leg. Respect your options. They're all great. Lift your sternum. Some of you will choose to look behind you at the left hand. Keep breathing. Now slowly bend your leg if it was straight. Release your foot or knee and step back to warrior two pose. So turn the left heel to the ground. Stretch your arms straight out like we did in the beginning of practice, extending out through your fingertips. Keep the back inner leg active. Take one more breath in, and on your exhale, back hand to your back thigh, top arm up and over your ear. Big breath in here. Sit deep into your front leg. Keep widening the right inner knee to the right. Now slowly come back up, arms at shoulder height. Careful with this.
Lift your back heel so that you're facing front and rotate your torso to the right now. So you're twisted again, arms at shoulder height. You're welcome to lower your back knee if you need a break. Now, please place your right hand on your left upper thigh, left arm to the sky. If that's a little too much, your right hand can come to your sacrum. Breathe and stretch up through your left arm. One more breath. Now, untwist, place both hands on either side of your front foot. Assess the situation. Just take a moment. Now, push off your back leg, straighten your front leg, standing split. Some of you will bring your right hand behind your right ankle. Make the right leg strong and stable. Elongate through the left inseam towards the sky. Take one more breath. Squeeze the outer right hip back and into the right. On your exhale, bring your feet side by side. Hold opposite elbows and relax. I like to bend my knees here. If it feels nice to you, sway your trunk side to side. Deep relaxation here for a moment. Just this. Now release your hands. Place your hands on your hips, lift your elbows, shoulders, and chin, push down through your feet, rise up to standing, straighten your legs, arms up, hands to your heart. Take a full embodied breath in and out. Release your hands by your sides, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up halfway. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your left leg. Squeeze your outer right hip back and in towards the right. And as you keep that, stack your left hip on top of your right hip. Bend your left knee. The arms stay strong and stable. You might lift your right shoulder a bit to even out the shoulders. And if you care to, come onto your left forearm. Look under your right arm. Press your left foot towards the right. Now slowly come back onto your hand. Uh-oh, did I forget? Oh, well, we'll do it now. I can't remember if I'm out of order. Stack your hips, elongate, stretch through your left leg. Come forward into plank, bring your left knee to the back of your left elbow. Lower your knee towards your wrist. Back to elbow, back to wrist, back to elbow, and stretch back. This may be out of order, but we got it all covered. Breathe in. On your out breath, step forward with your left foot. Inhale, arms to the sky. Consider the gift of practice, especially if at this point, you're starting to get bored or tired. Just re-engage with the gift of this moment. Now push off your back leg, lift your right knee. You can go ahead if you're ready, just place your left hand on your right outer knee, right arm out at your side. Now push down through your left straight leg, elongate through your trunk. Some of you will like to bring your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Some of you will continue and extend your right leg in front of you. Now, pushing through your left leg, squeeze the right hip back. And while you do that, push your right foot into the opposition of your left hand. Keep lifting up through your trunk. Some of you will look back at your right hand. Keep breathing. Slowly come back to center. If your leg was straight, bend your knee. Release your foot, step back, warrior two pose. And settle into this new shape. Full breaths in, full breaths out. Remember that often the inseam here, this part of the quadricep, can get forgotten. So re-lift the muscles around the right inner knee. Bend deeply into your front leg and look that you can see your left big toe. If you can't, just keep working to widen through the left inseam, through the left knee to the left.
On your next exhale, back hand, back thigh, top arm up and over your reverse warrior. Stay deep in your lunge. Gift yourself with this distribution, this opening, this enlivening of the vital force. One more breath. That's it. Exhale, slowly come up. And this is where we'll transition to that lunge. Lift your back heel, take your arms out at shoulder height, twist your torso to face the left. Lift your chest, broaden across your chest, and then place your left hand on your right thigh, right arm to the sky. Lift your right leg, the back of your right leg, the hamstring, up into the left hand. One more breath. And then slowly release, frame your front foot with your hands. Breathe in and out. Now push off your back foot, extend your leg to the sky. Take your time, keep lifting through the right inseam. There's no right or wrong. Okay, squeeze the left hip back and into the right. Keep letting gravity extend your spine, but also lift the core of your pelvic, your navel center. Now, the hip will keep toning downward even as you lift the right inner thigh more skyward. Slowly bring your feet together. And then step your feet wider apart. I'm going to turn to face you. We're going to take prayer squat. For some of us, prayer squat is not safe. The steep knee bend is quite unpleasant. So if this is too deep of a bend for you, you can put a block underneath your butt. You could also come upright more like this, okay? You still get that nice opening. Next, lift the low belly and bring your ribs to the inside of the right thigh. So if you're upright, it'll look like this, okay? All right. The right hand, if you're in prayer squat, can come off to the right, and the left arm can come to the sky. Some of you will wrap the left arm around your waistline, and some of you will wrap the right hand around the right shin, clasping hands behind you. No need to really crank the neck. It's okay to look up, but be aware of not overdoing the neck work. Slowly release, come to center, and then see how I kind of use my body. So I'm pushing on my right thigh and I'm using my left arm against my left leg to get my guts to the inside of the left thigh. Now take your left arm off to the left, right arm up. Uh-oh, I just realized I'm not mirroring you. Sorry about that, y'all. Full breaths. Some of you will bind, half or full. Keep on breathing. Slowly release. All right, let's take a moment. Have a seat on the floor. So you'll be facing the front of your mat. I'm going to face you for a moment. Easeful breath in and out. Now, place the soles of your feet on the earth, and you can just pull any buttock flesh out from under you that you like. Wrap your hands around your shins and take a cow shape. So even though it may not look like it, I'm extending my hips back behind me and pulling my sternum up, lifting my chest. Breathe. And now wrap your arms around your shins. You can bring your feet closer in if that feels comfortable, and rest your face on your knees. Just relax here. Easeful breaths. Okay, let's slowly come up. Now we'll take some abdominal work together. I'm not with you, and I'm with you in spirit. If I want you to take care of yourself and do whatever is of best for you to strengthen without harming yourself, okay? All right, so we're gonna lie on our backs today. The feet can remain on the floor. I wanna make sure you know that option. Draw the inner shoulder blades gently underneath you so that the shoulder blades lie flat on the back, and extend your legs to the sky. Now, if this already bothers you, if your hamstrings are quite tight,
please bend your knees. That's a wonderful option. Okay, flare your little toes, bring your hands to fingertips to the kind of the base of your skull, and then widen your elbows. Try to get the backs of your arms to touch the ground behind you. Now, keeping the elbows wide like that, lift your torso off the earth. Press your low frontal ribs down as if you're trying to touch them to the earth beneath you. Resist the urge to curl strongly through your chin. All right, elongate both legs and lower your right leg so that it's parallel to the earth. Bring your left thigh a bit away from your chest so that it's more perpendicular to the earth. Now lift up a little more. Release your right hand and bring it to the outside, past your outer left knee. Take 5, 4, 3 pulses, 2, and 1. Now, don't do anything except for bring your hands back behind your head. Lift your right leg to meet your left leg. Stay here. Now, very subtly lift your hips off the ground, or attempt to. That'll be great work, okay? Now lower your left leg. What are modifications here? The legs could be bent. One foot could be on the floor, okay? All right, here we go. Now left hand past your right leg. I know this is long and arduous. Ready? 5, 4, firm both legs. 2, 1. Come back to center. Lift both legs. Lift your upper body. Lift your hips. Right leg down. Left hand outside of right leg. Pulse 3. This looks hopeful. 2 and 1. Come back to center, both legs up. Lift hips and torso. Lower left leg. Left hand outside right leg. Pulse 3. Legs firm. 2, 1. Relax your mouth and jaw. Come back to center. Lift everything that'll lift. Lower your right leg. This is it, y'all. Look at this. 1. That's it. Come back to center, both legs up. Curl up. Lower left leg. Left hand outside right leg. 1. Come back to center. Lift everything. And then relax. Just lay your bones down on the floor. You can take your feet wider apart and let the inner knees hang in towards one another. Really breathe and open the front of your throat. Use your breath to soothe and elongate the front body. Walk your feet closer towards one another and perhaps closer to your hips, as long as it feels safe for your neck. For a moment, press the small of your back into the earth. Now, keeping that, press evenly the upper arms down into the earth beneath you, okay? The fingers point towards the sky. Now, while you're pressing the triceps into the earth, wrap your shoulders beneath you more so that you're already preparing to stand on your shoulders. Push into your feet evenly, especially the inner foot, and lift your hips off the earth. Now, walk your elbows underneath you, clasp hands palm to palm. If this is not workable for you, you can hold opposite elbows, but you could also hold the edges of your mat and pull down and apart. All right, so the vertebra basically should be off the ground. Basically, it's we're trying for outer wrists on the floor, the back of the arms, and the back of your head. Now, push down and forward through your feet to lift your hips higher. That's going to make the buttocks want to kind of crimp in and up. It is okay for the buttocks to be toned. They should be. The back of the upper thighs should be toned. However, keep elongating your tail towards the backs of your knees so the low back still stays open. Keep drawing the outer hips skyward and then inward. That's it. One more breath. Slowly release and rest. Just this. You can take bridge pose again. You could take a restorative bridge with hands, a block or some books or a firm pillow underneath your sacrum. That's a lovely pose to take. You could also take any other back bend you'd like. And here's what I'm going to offer. We'll do Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow pose, or any other back bend you'd like. And then we'll have an option for Shirsasana, headstand. At this time, you could also take shoulder stand or legs up the wall. So let's go from there. All right, here we go. So back onto your back. If you're with me, place your hands by your ears, fingers face your hips. If your shoulders are tighter, turn your hands out a little so the fingers face away from you, and you can widen your hands if you'd like. All right, here we go. Push into your feet, lift your hips, push into your hands, come onto the crown of your head. You might step your hands a little wider apart, draw from your elbow, your arm bone deep into the sockets, and then press up to straighten your arms. Now listen for your breath. Don't force, but gently look at your thumbs. Push hard through your arms, strong through your legs. Full breath in, full breath out. Press your hips towards your knees and the sky above you. Pull your chest away from your pelvis. Keep pressure in your inner feet. You can stay as long as you like, and you can also lower now. I want to invite you to be still. Just allow your body to organize this major posture you just took. If you'd like to join me, a hand at your heart and a hand at your belly. Just breathe into these places. Let your hips rest into the earth. Release buttock tension. Okay, listen up. Before we take an inversion, you're going to either take eye of the needle, which will be right ankle over left knee, hands behind the left leg or on the left shin. Or you can take supine Gomukhasana, in which case the right knee will come the whole way across the left knee, the feet will be apart, and you'll reach up for your feet. So it'll be pretty obvious if this is not the right pose for you. So you'll be like, I can't do this. it'll hurt, or you won't be able to get your feet. And in that case, you'll just go back to eye of the needle, ankle across the knee. All righty. First, relax, especially the front of your neck. Now, draw the knees towards you. Relax your shoulders. Draw the outer right hip down away from the right armpit. And some of you will lift the feet higher. And some of you will bring the knees in closer. There's a tendency here to want to overuse the arms, the fronts of the shoulders and chest. So notice that most likely you can relax. Let your skull hang into the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly release the stretch. Uncross your knees, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Either eye of the needle, so left ankle over right knee, hands behind the leg or on top of the right shin, or Gomukhasana, cow face pose on your back. Left knee crossed over right. Knees gently into your chest. You can draw the left hip crease down away from the left armpit. Relax the fronts of your shoulders. Easeful breaths in and out. Some of you will pull your knees a bit closer in. Okay. Slowly release. Now listen, you can just stay here and just rest. You could simply lift your legs towards the sky. You could put a lift under your hips and take your legs to the sky. You can take legs up the wall. If you'd like to join me, you can take Shirsasana too.
So when you come into headstand, you'll simply weave the fingers together. Outer wrists on the earth, elbows under shoulders. Place your skull and then begin to lift your legs. Whatever practice you have of lifting the legs up for Sirsasana 2. Now, wherever you are, deep presence. If you're in Sirsasana 2, press gently through your skull and elongate through the central channel of your body, up behind your navel center, through the pelvic floor, through the inseams of the legs, and up through the feet. Lift your shoulders away from your ears. Just easeful breaths, everybody. You may stay in the pose as long as you like, of course. If you'd like to stay with me, please take your time exiting the pose. If perhaps you took shoulder stand, if you like to take fish after, you're certainly welcome to. If you took headstand, you might take a moment in child's pose. Simply breathe. And then from child's pose, walk your hands to your knees and sit upright. All right. Now, we'll take a few more finishing poses, do a little pranayama, and then we'll go into Shavasana. So turn on to, or have a seat on your hips. Take your right leg straight in front of you. The sole of the left foot can be right, the left knee will be bent and open to the left. The sole of the left foot can be to the inseam of the left leg. If your hips are more open, you're welcome to open the left knee to a greater angle. Press through the right thigh as if you could press the right thigh bone into the earth. As long as the knee joint is not hyperextended, you can keep pressing downward. Pull the toes towards your shins, so knee and toes face skyward. I like to start with my fingertips on the earth. Inhale and lift floor of pelvis up through the crown. Exhale and rotate to the right so that your torso begins to square more over the right thigh. Now, keep lifting through your low belly. Keep this rotation and begin, if it's appropriate for you, to walk the hands forward. Some of you already know you can touch your foot and you'll just go there. When I say is it appropriate for you, what I mean is if you have to round your back like this is no good. You don't need that. You could stay here. You could also put some lift under your hips, a couple blankets that can really help bring the other curve to your low back. We actually are looking for more of a cow-shaped curve to your low back. All right, so those of you, some of you will bring your left hand to your outer right foot, or your outer shin, or your outer thigh. I like to prop myself up a little with my right hand. So now push your left hand against your the opposition of your right foot. Lift your low belly and elongate through the central channel of your body. Most likely the left rib can come down and the right rib can come up a bit. Eventually both hands to either side of the front foot. Some of you will have your mouth, your lips on your shin. Reach the crown of your head towards your the top of your foot. Wherever you are, breathe in And breathe out. The left leg is not to be forgotten. Through the thigh bone, so from the left hip, elongate through the left thigh bone as if you could stretch the left knee further to the left and down into the floor. Slowly come upright, take a breath. And I want to invite you to just take a comfortable seat. You can place your hands behind you if you need support. Relax your legs. Turn your attention inside and breathe. If you are harried or feel anxious, sometimes it can be helpful to place your hands at your heart. Sometimes I just do it because I'm like, oh, I love you. Now, this is not a mirror, but you can take your right hand, so this is my right hand, and put it underneath your left arm, right at the side of your heart, and the left hand on the right shoulder. This is a great posture for anxiety. And just take a moment, y'all. Breathe in and out, allowing the posture to arrange itself within you. Let's take the other side. Okay, so now you'll take your left leg out. Right foot will come to the inseam of the left leg, or like before, you can widen the angle. Okay, on your fingertips, press the left thigh down. Make the left leg strong and active. Lift your low belly, rotate over your left thigh more, and then begin your fold, whatever that might look like. So for me, I'm going to put my right hand on the outside of my right foot. I'm going to use my left hand and just kind of push down into the left isometrically. It just gives me a little more power to rotate. So the right rib is drawing down. My skull is drawing towards the top of my left foot, and my left rib draws towards the outside of my left thigh. Continue with your breath. Full breath in. And full breath out. Don't forget the right leg. Extend from the right hip through the right thigh bone, through the right knee, elongating and reaching towards the earth. Every breath in, elongate the torso. Take a gentle rotation towards the left. Hold in. Slowly come upright. Again, if you will, take a comfortable seat. Sit and just listen for breath. Allow the pose to arrange itself within you. All right. Bring the soles of your feet together. You are more than welcome to simply keep your fingertips behind you. Some of you will be comfortable holding your kind of the around the inner foot or your ankles. And I want to invite you to just take gentle stirring motion with your spine. Explore a range of motion that feels comfortable for you. Let the shoulder blades slide around on your back, the neck loose and relaxed. And now switch directions. Easeful breaths in and out. Come to stillness. Now extend your legs out in a V shape. This pose is called Upavishta Konasana. We're not going for the widest one you can get. Just be safe and comfortable. Same thing, if your hamstrings are tight, you might need some lift under your hips. The knees and the toes face skyward. Stretch from the inseams of the legs actively through the big toe ball mounds of the feet, and pull the pinky edges of your toes towards your outer knee, towards your outer hip. Press down through your fingertips. Elongate your torso. Now you can stay here. Keep pressing the thighs down, or you can begin to fold forward. Legs active. Full breath in. Some of you will come the whole way to the floor. It is of no importance. What matters is your presence here in your body, in this moment, consciously inviting the life force to move in you, through you, as you. If you're folded forward, with your breath, rise up. We'll take a simple twist. Both knees will be to the right, feet to the left. Place your right hand behind you. I like to be on my fingertips. My arms are a little short, so I'll push. Fingertips help me elongate. Push back and down through your hand or fingertips. Lift through the central channel. Place your left hand on your right knee. Relax. Take a breath in and resist the urge to fling the head around. Instead, think of the most graceful, easeful spiraling up the spine. And the head is just the final gentle rotation or part of the rotation. Feel your connection to the earth by releasing your hips downward and the subtle uplift right through the central column of you. The shoulders draw back, the collarbones broadening. On an in-breath, come back to center. Switch. Uh-oh, puppy looks like he's about to eat some jewelry. Switch your legs. Knees now to the left. Left hand behind you, right hand on your left knee. Relax. Take a breath in, uplift your heart. Witness life unfolding. For me, there can be some urge to squeeze the inseam of the top leg, almost tensing the inner knee. So just notice for places that want to activate that aren't necessary. Remember the gentle uplift of your heart as if there's a hand gently pressing the back of the heart skyward. On an in-breath, come back to center and sit comfortably. So we're going to take a pranayama or breath practice, and then we'll take shavasana. So have everything you need. If you'd like to put some kind of cover up on to stay warm during shavasana, please do. And again, sit in a way that supports you letting go of your body. Okay, not trying to look like yoga-like. Now, this is my right hand. You're going to use your right hand, which is over here. All right, your peace sign fingers can come to your third eye or to this fleshy part of your palm. So the thumb and the ring and pinky finger will be free. This is called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. This breath practice is excellent for helping us move out of fight or flight and into deep relaxation state. It balances the right and left hemispheres of the brain. It's very calming. All right, so the thumb will close the right nostril, just a gentle seal, and the ring and pinky finger will close the left nostril. So first, relax. Breathe in and out. If you have any fear of constricted breath, it is fine if you just breathe naturally or if you're stuffy. Join me in exhaling all the breath in your body, pressing out stagnation, negativity. Take a full breath in. Enliven your body. Breathe up underneath your collarbones, up into the very tops of your shoulder blades. Exhale completely. The chest stays tall, the throat long. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale through your left nostril. Close your left nostril. Exhale right. Relax. Stay on this side. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left.
If I'm going too slow or too fast for you, please move at your own pace. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Notice where else you can relax. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Soften your forehead. Inhale left. Now continue on your own. So it's exhale, then inhale, then switch. Continue until you exhale again through your left nostril. You can release your hands to your lap and breathe. Just take in the quiet. You can stay here in meditation, or you can take a lie down onto your back for the practice of Shavasana. Arrange yourself with great care. Remember that Shavasana translates as pose of the corpse. So traditionally you would lay yourself out on the ground, arms at your sides. I like maybe 6 inches from the space between my hands and my hips, palms face up. And the feet, same thing, about maybe 6 inches apart. Toes roll away from your midline. Take a full breath in and let go deeply. The yogis said that corpse pose was literally the practice of releasing what we think is our control on life. It's recognizing what is really true, and that is that we do not have control. What we do have, and what this pose offers, is the opportunity to lean into the divine source. So however that works for you, philosophically, religiously, spiritually, take a moment to consider what it is that you know to be the highest of high. That which gives birdies their little peep, that gives bumblebees their buzz, and surrender into that. Just let go. Rest back. Allow yourself to merge into the great energy. There's still time to let go. Begin to notice your own breath, how it continued without need for your direction. Before you move, restart with positivity. This is not about being Pollyanna-ish, because listen, there's going to be a lot of negativity that you will come into contact with during the day. It's just part of life, right? So, and things that are tragic and all kinds of experiences. So take a moment to recall a blessing in your life. It doesn't have to be complex. Maybe you have coffee, or you heard the birds. Now, holding that in your heart, breathe it into your body. Take your right arm up along your right ear and bend your knees. Turn onto your right side and just curl everything towards your heart, just like a little baby. If you're comfortable, keep your eyes closed, press into your hands, and return to a seated position. If you'd like to join me, bring your hands together at your heart. Perhaps bow your chin towards your chest. I invite you to ask with me that this practice be used for the betterment, the lifting up of yourself, and as an extension, the lifting up of all of humanity. From the place that the light lives within my heart, I bow to the place that the light lives within your heart. Namaste.